galleys with good oars, sails to distant shores. Stand up on the prow, noble bark I steer. Steady course to the haven, you many foemen, you many foemen. My mother told me someday I would buy galleys with good oars, sails to distant shores. Stand up on the prow, noble bark I steer. Steady course to the haven, you many foemen, you many foemen. My mother told me someday I would buy galleys with good oars, sail to distant shores. Stand up on the prow, noble bark I steer.
Hello, welcome back everyone. Cat Monarch again, Yugioh Master Duel again. Surprise, surprise, same thing as earlier. And just going to kind of jump into it. There hasn't really been any changes, we haven't worked on any new decks because, you know, it's been a few hours and that's about it. No days. And not much is new with me in terms of the past few hours. Apart from how much more sick of Tenkai I am. Decided to actually play the main account on just on my Switch for a little bit while giving the laptop a little bit of a break. And during that brief time period, I played against 2 Tenpai duels. One was hard fought, but fair. Very back and forth, you know, holding out a win in the end. And the second one, I think I got hand trapped 4 or 5, maybe even 6 times. And, you know, worked through every card in their hand but one. The last card in hand was, would you guess it, Pydra. 1 card starter. So, slightly miffed. Now, I'm not sure if this carries against Cyber Dragon. We can find out. Let's have some tunes while we're doing it, though. I don't really know if there's a good point to, like, hit the torrential. We can find out. Clockwork Knight, that's fine. Super Poly now exists as just, you know, part of the field. Yeah, that's fine. Hope you guys are all having a good day, or have had a good day, you know. Wind down a little bit, chill out. Check my... yeah, microphone is on. What are you thinking? Link 3. Roaradon. This feels like a good point to choke. Add another Cyber Dragon. Yeah, they've already normal summoned. I have nothing for them to special summon. So... on the one hand, I want to give them a monster so I can Kyoto Waterfront. On the other hand, I don't. Because the thing is, if I don't kill them in a turn, they just play Super Poly without using Super Poly. Yeah, I think we do it here. They've gone through their deck a little bit, but they can't do anything now that they've used their normal summon. I can rip a card from the hand. That is about it. Yeah, let's add a Kaiju. Let them think that this is the only one we have in hand. Of course, it won't matter. That's not a brilliant discard. And that gives them a search for Regulus. Would have much rather pitched like any monster that they had in hand. I guess we'll find out if they're playing Regulus in a couple seconds. After they go through a couple other things first, it seems. Okay, so they had this and a gadget. This would have been the best pitch by far. Yeah. What can you do? Bring back the Auroradon. It's not Link summoned, so... destroy 1 card. Oh, please tell me you hit into the field spell, that'd be fine. Because of course they are, right? Now they can get, like, Regulus if they're playing it, but they've just set a card, so it doesn't look like they are playing it. I didn't want to put Moon Mirror on the guy because I was thinking that it wouldn't work. Right. Now they could have Cybernetic Overflow or something. I forget the name of it. But let's give them a Kaiju. Get over the Auroradon. Special our own Kaiju. Normal this. Equip Moon Mirror to this one. And, oh wait. Yep, and what's you? On monsters. Okay, maybe we could kept that one, I guess. I do actually, now that I'm playing with Kaiju counters, have to, you know, I have to think about which ones I actually have. Sure, we'll pay 1,000. I'm still clearing your Kaiju. Now you've got one card, and if it's Cyber Dragon, you can contact fuse. If it's not, I'm good. And there's nothing else to say about it. Because if it's just a monster that can be normal summon set, I can beat over it. If it's Cyber Dragon, then they can contact fuse, because they should be playing that. That's fine. Chimera Tech Rampage, maybe. That wouldn't be okay. That's 3, so I don't think it is, right? No, it is, okay. Let's go to Fusion, so you can target spell traps up to them. Destroy them. That's fine. Activate this. Those Yugiohs die. We want that on the... nope, not paying for that. We'll put it on the top of the deck. If we survive, we want to be able to just Kaiju this and get rid of it, right? How much is that? 20... Oh wait, no, they can send, can't they? Yes, that's game. I thought it was banished from grave. Silly me. Banish from grave is the fusion spell. At least it's not Tenpai. We had somewhat of a chance-ish. I'll take that. I'll take that any day. Anything interesting been happening with you guys? $60-12 responses. Set. So we got Field Spell, we got Lightning Vortex for next turn with Kaiju. It's not a lot, but on the other hand it is something, and hopefully it does things. Let's find out. See what they lead. Diabell. Could be many things. It could be many things, but let's try that. Ash Blossom. Well, at least it's there. Now we get to add any card from our deck to our hand. Okay, so Diabell. This one. You ash the other one, so you can't respond to this. That's what do we have? Vortex, Kaiju. Kaiju. We're not getting counters. Send that. Summon. In the center column, because who fears Imperm, right? Yeah, let's just do it now. They don't get to keep it on the field and then send it off for something else. Now they probably are just playing like straight up Snake Eyes, and they probably have everything they need, realistically. But you gotta try and... the 1-for-1 in 60. Oh. Where is this thing? The problem is you've got to stop them from getting to it. Now that they've got to it, they can probably amass lethal. Just reading through most of their cards real quick while I'm trying to work things out. What's Scout's continuous spell? I haven't seen this one too often. Let me read. What's Scout's continuous spell? Target fire monster in your grave. Place it in this one, and if you do special summon this card. So, I mean, you can do that. You can place Ash Blossom right now. But no, you're going to send the Poplar to use OSS, and then you're going to put the Poplar back in. It's Fire King Snake Eye. I don't know that you need a 60 card list though. Like, plenty of people are just running around with like a 40 card deck and it's working. Probably better than this. So I'm curious what pushes it to 60, what makes it a must-have 60 list. Nope, not that one. Okay. And then it gets to trigger because it was not there in hand. Fire went from being like probably the worst attribute across the game to being like the best attribute in the space of, I don't know, a few months. It's kind of crazy to think about. Snake Eyes, Fire Kings, Volcanics all coming out, like, you know, along with what? Use Salamangreat support. I'm not going to say that the Salamangreat support or the Battle and Boxer support was great, but like the Volcanic stuff's pretty good. The Fire King stuff's great, and Snake Eyes were just like really good, of course. So it's it is a trip. I'm not sure what 2 Kaijus and a Lightning Storm does for us here. If a monster is special summoned to your opponent's field, while this card is in your graveyard, target fire. Sorry, stop reading. Target fire you control and a monster your opponent controls, destroy them. So, lethal, yes. Because that's 31, so that's 1,000 over. That's 55. Yeah, that's lethal. Not even gonna, you know, do anything special, just continue a spell now. All kinds of wrong. Are you going to keep playing, or are you just going to go to battle phase? Because you should just go to battle phase, like... What are you doing? You've got lethal. Yeah, okay. Right. I didn't think it was going to be just an easy climb, but I did think gold would be a little easier than this. I know it's like very early month, so everyone's back down in gold compared to when we're normally climbing, which is a bit steadier, given the fact that we're doing 2 streams a week rather than an average of 3 this month. Which does mean that we tend to run into less powerful decks the longer we go, because people tend to move up faster if they're playing something halfway decent. Okay, 41. Oh, set. Hope they're on light dark things. Let's find out. Don't know what this... is it going to be Chimera then? Because... I mean, it could just be Fluffle. But the last time I saw this, it was Chimera. It's still Chimera. And they're playing around the Imperm column. I can banish the Mirror Sword Knight, which is a good idea. Except for the fact that they're just sending it to grave immediately, so they control the name. So they just negate Magnum up. Excuse you, that was not a card. Well, fuck you too. That's a dark. That's a... That's that's the nightmare. How many cards? They used one monster on the field, so they're going to destroy one card on the field, but they do not target. I think we have to try and stop them from amassing lethal. So it's probably just that guy. And we put him in defense position. Now, they probably do end up just popping the Magma or the face down. Not the monster, but the spell trap. Because they don't want me to get the search in the end phase that this is, you know, known for. And problem with that, the target's already in hand, but they do not know. They are none the wiser. Well, I'm getting that search at end phase then, unless they have an Ash. Right. They do not have Ash, they do not have a negate, or else they do not care. Send Poly. Oh, yeah, discard to summon, right. Normal special summoned, Rota for illusions. They have normal summons, right? Yeah. But they've probably got one of these live, right? In hand? I don't know. I just kind of assume that they've drawn 2 cards. Let's have a look. I don't see anything. We'll have to find out what they have in their hand in the interesting old way. Watch the duel, find out. They think about their next play real hard anyway, so... Plus side, I will have a monster on field at end phase, which means I should be able to make, Yeah, no, you just hard draw another one. Not once per turn to fusion summon, but hard once per turn to recover itself. And yeah, okay, you can clear the field. There's a lot more competent decks running around right now. They've got one back to hand, haven't they? Nope, that's there we go. They've got it back to hand. Right. It gets back round to our turn, and we have to deal with many things, none of them good. We activate the effect of Magma. They were fully prepared to just, you know, let it happen, and as it turns out, nothing will happen. Pendulum Scale. Let's see what happens. Man, this is just, you know... It's not a duel I'm winning. It's not a deck I've played too much against, but it's not one... Like... I probably sound like meta bad at a glance. If you take a look over all of my, if you could hear an audio bite of all of my, you know, thoughts on Yu-Gi-Oh!, I probably sound like meta bad as a whole. Which I don't think should be the case. I just think that there's, like, so many uninteresting, decks that are made that are just, like... Maybe it's just I find a lot of things uninteresting. I don't necessarily find meta and interesting. Like, Labyrinth is a really fun deck when you're not, you know, abusing, like, Floodgates all the time. Like, Dimensional Barrier. Or the Mayakashi Trap. That saw play for, like, 2 minutes before people realised it wasn't the thing to do. Okay, so Fairy Wind is what we need. It's a negate of a spell card that they have, right? Targets, spell, trap, doesn't target. Yeah, okay, so... Live Twin, Sarcophagus. What did they add? They added Gandora. So they're just doing Live Twin stuff, but they've got... It's a 60-card deck. With the fact that I've had many opponents on 40 brick, it's still, like, I just don't get it how 60 cards is, like, more consistent. Maybe we only ever see, you know, you only ever see the wins of the 60 card deck, you don't see, like, the pile of losses they have, but it feels like 60 cards, for some reason, people just draw better hands. Like, yes, there's technically a chance that you see your Garnets left often, but because you're playing that many cards, how many starters are you going to see? Are these the old arts? I don't know. Related cards. No. That's the old art. Yeah, okay. Which they're not playing. Small details. Now you link 4. There you go. Takes you a minute. What can we do? Not much. This is destructible. By card effect. We need, like, a normal monster. We need one normal monster just for this guy, but he doesn't come up enough to really justify it. So we... I don't know. Set this. Summon... What do we summon? We can make a 6. But that doesn't really do it. We need to be able to beat 33. And we can't unless we make this. Which means normal summon this. Sure. Oh, I have to attack this. Well, I can book it though. Activate. Put this on the bottom of the deck. Face up. Well, face up. Attack position. Book a card. Now they kind of have to just, like, not do anything, which is weird, because they definitely should have done it by now. Unless they just want to let me take the damage first and then do it. Or they want to see the product and see that it's actually destructible. Because here's the thing, I could have gone into something that's a lot better than this right now. At least I think I could. Like, they're counting on the fact it's not Sigma or something. And this is just a quick effect. So just do it now. Specifically from Grave, isn't it? Yeah. It'd be playing a normal monster as a really hard brick. Because we don't have enough of the other Transcendrate stuff to really, like, make it work. Target. Gasp. Surprise. Shock horror. You gotta target the big 3600 fungus. Main 2. End phase. Wow. What do now? You've got like an empty board, I've taken 700 damage, you should just be able to go for it, you know? What are they thinking about? Because they're doing a big think. Unless they just, like, stepped away for a minute, expected me to be forever, but I don't think that's likely. At least the theme tune's kind of banging. Bubble Man. That's just confusing. This is a must-have in your 60-card pile. Are you doing Clayman Turbo? If you're doing Clayman Turbo, it's for the memes and nothing else needs to be said about it. That's Ab-Zero. No, it's not. Masked Hero. What? That's all the heroes. Masked Vapor cannot be destroyed by card effects. Is that it? Like... Yeah, we might as well do it now then. I should have done it the other way around, but we do this. We destroy this just for the sake of argument. Then on this new chain, when this guy resolves, we just pop the remaining card. And we pop our own because, like, it was hacking anyway. This guy's gonna do it. And if you do. Well, who cares? Come on. You really thought that, like, Bubble Man into Acid was the play. That's the thing that makes this like a 60-card deck, you know. One Bubble Man, one Mass Change. I don't know what ratio's at, but like you've got one of this guy in the extra deck minimum. Does it summon itself? It summons its name. I wonder if it can summon itself. Link 4. Like actual Link 4, Link 4. Link 5. You had more damage if you just like made these two into the Link 4. You could have summoned this in attack too, like... It's a miss on lethal. Not that it matters here, but like... Maybe they've run out the timer at this rate, I don't know. Because at the moment they're doing a fantastic job of not playing optimally. Like, yeah, this is not what you want to be doing in the slightest. You could have killed me. Goddess Pass is certainly a board that I will actually struggle to out, but that's because of who I am, not because of, like, what it is. Not because of what you've done. Yeah, it doesn't special summon from the graveyard, so we're good. What can we get? This is gone. We don't need Destrudo. We can't get Jurigido. I guess we'll find out, like, 2 seconds. Are they really going to make a play, or are they just going to go battle phase? I'd assume battle phase. Summon Strap. This is Hero Sark Twin. You really serious with that kind of deck composition. Alright, we can get addition, but that looks inside us. We can get... this technically. Moon Mirror Shield clears, you know. It's unaffected by this, so that doesn't work. We can get the Abyss Actor to go for 7. Yeah, that's kind of what we can get. I'm still so confused how they've just, like, completely missed lethal. And are now going to, like, have to find a way to, like, out me from whatever I'm doing. So, yeah, I think we just get like this. Because... yeah, I don't see what else, like, they do. This doesn't take the normal summon, this does. Becomes a 2200. I don't think you're making a link to. Realistically, you're not linking off the Underworld Goddess. Yeah, no. That's... could that have done anything? I don't know. So, Pendulum Scale. Activate the effect to summon. Actually, I think we just run over the Masquerena for damage. There we go, main 2. Normal summon this. Special summon. Yazzie. Doesn't matter where we put it, but EMZ for giggles. Destroy this, target so it works. Float into this. Just defense position. It's a body, it's 2400, and if they brick, that'll be enough. How are we back from this? We shouldn't be. But apparently we are. Goldfish. Go for it. Is this also a Utopia deck? No, it's for the hero stuff. Wasn't normal summoned. You can make an Xyz, you can make a Link, you can't fusion summon. They thinking. I'm not sure if they're wondering how bad they've screwed up, or if they're, like, just actually thinking through plays. Because it seems a bit difficult to tell at the moment. Yeah, they just completely whiffed lethal, and as such we were given the upper hand by being given a beat stick. Let's check that out. What the hell is this? 2s. 59 card deck, by the way. It's not, like... You're playing exactly these 2 Live Twin cards, none of the others. You're playing 2 quick play, 1 continuous, and what was it? This one, this one. That's it. You do have 2 copies of the Link for. They did whiff lethal. What a weird deck. What an absolutely insane idea. Let's go. We get a win, and now we get like a little bit of a high thing. Endorphins, because pack opening. Endorphins? Serotonin. Branded Retribution, that is not gonna help though. Nor is that. Nor... Hey, that's a new Dragoonity. Okay, so we kind of have a swarming strategy with Dragoonity. It might be worth looking at them again. And... Tuna Capture, no. Main Phase 2, no. Another Sky Strike race, right. Man, what a pack. Anyway, let's get back into it. Let's keep the ball rolling. And we need, what, 2 wins? 3, okay, 3 wins. hand. But probably, yeah, going second. Alright. Come on, let's do this. And it's more field spell. Theme is good. Apparently theme is, just world class. Everyone loves it. Everyone using it. Guess it does help it came as a bundle as well. Certainly a card. Yeah, sure, go for it. Are we playing just actual Kashtira? Looks like it. Which means Rise Heart. Any card sent to the grave wants to chain each time a card is banished. So the key is to just hit this thing really hard once. Which this technically does, by the way. I want to point that out. This 2-card combo, that does that. But they have a trap there, and they haven't made him. Nor have they made the other Xyz. Okay, wait, no. There we go. But the problem is they can't Xyz summon during this turn, right? Preparation. I guess they could have Big Bang. Okay, go for it. Yep, there's preparation. You can banish during your hand. Okay. No, putting it face up on the field. Fenrir. Okay. Right. Spell card. Become weak. I believe spell card and spell card effect. Nice. Monster. I fucked that up. Let's see. The thing is, they have banishing removal. So I don't actually know. This one. What have we got? Grand Horn of Heaven. You special summoned. This didn't. It was destroyed. How does... Oh, wait, no, it wasn't ever on the field. And that's an effect. So Fenrir gets to trigger. The thing is, like... How are they just gonna have Grand Horn of Heaven face down? You gotta be fucking kidding me. If this card on the field. Yep, that's fine. Main 2. We're gonna set this one first. We're gonna set this one second, and we're gonna set this one third. The first card to use is Fairy Wind. Resolve, gimme Destrudo. Now, it's a lot better if we can get them to try and commit to using, like, Preparations or Birth. So yeah, let's try and get them to commit to Preparations or Birth. One or the other. Doesn't matter. That's fine. Sure. They're gonna add the Theosis. No, they've added Second Birth. Why are you playing cautious like that? Yeah, that's fine. The thing is, this gets banished to graveyard, so we want them to use it rather than, you know, let's just destroy it for no reason. Which means they should use it in a minute. Yeah. But they haven't used that one. I just don't want them to get it back again. I want to, like, actually get some value off this, you know? That's fine. The thing is, I didn't really screw up my last turn as much as having Grand Horn of Heaven kind of screwed everything. Right. Oh, I kind of gotta leave it. I really don't like it, but I kind of gotta leave it. Mirror Force. I really question why they haven't made, you know, Rise Heart yet. Unless they don't want to win the game, they want to, you know, lock me out of everything. That's their game plan. During the main phase, quick special summon from hand. You know, I think they don't really want to win. Not like that, anyway. Yeah, they just genuinely don't want to give me the satisfaction. They want to block everything. And granted, this has given them, you know, some way to do it. A little bit. But, you know, if they were serious about winning the game, they'd make a Rise Heart right here. But at the moment, they're not doing that. They're doing anything but that. And now you get Fenrir back. Good God. There wasn't anything we really could have done. We kind of screwed up a little bit by not just, like, attacking the Fenrir. But they had birth preparations anyway. Granted, they would have had to use one of them sooner, but they just searched another one anyway, because you can just shoot a Unicorn out the deck. And they were apparently playing Ogre, so you can just do that as well. Get Trap out. Although, granted, that doesn't do as much. Okay, we lost the dice roll on this one. But I don't think it matters. Let's find out. 41-11. Where's Prime Mineral Congrate when you need him? And it is Ice Barrier. Two questions of can I be bothered or do I think I can do it? The answer to both, I think, is probably not. Because it's this idiot. Granted, I'm not... Well, I don't think I'm special summoning a huge amount, but... what do we got? We got this. This. The thing is they're going to banish, not destroy. Like, we could have a level 7, but I don't think so. This is currently a brick anyway. I don't want to sit through the whole, like, Ice Barrier combo to probably struggle to find a win. I'd rather just skip to the next duel. We played a couple duels out tonight, which we thought that, like, you know, were kind of close to winnable, and, well, they've eaten up a little bit of time already. Granted, sometimes your wins will do that, but, like, I don't know. It's hard to find the right middle ground between never give up, never surrender, and just sort of, like, your opponent has it, just, you know, leave them be. 60-15, so obviously they've got, like, full combo and a half. I was being sarcastic. They're gonna have it, aren't they? Kind of. You get to search a dragon in end phase, so Bestial. What can we realistically do here? Oh, okay, that's just searching in end phase, but what is the search? It's Libellion. Which, as far as I know, is just like full combo by itself. Keep your dragon magic. That's not the card I was thinking. Right. So we want to normal summon this. Bro, I normal summoned a guy. You think I'm gonna special summon there? Like, I'm not sure what they were expecting. Maybe I should have put Mirror Shield on it, but I have a feeling he's just going to get removed. Maybe I don't even live through the next turn anyway, but... That's the second time that I've seen that. I've just put that in the grave, which is protection for fusion, so I think they might actually be popping off this turn. Normal special summon, discard a card, add Poly. Go. Oh wait, no, or a fusion spell. That adds Branded Fusion. That's why. That's why you're on this. Good God. Why? And you got Ash as well. Feels like it. What are you reading? Oh, whatever it is, it probably isn't Ash then, because this is just a search for any card in my deck. Kaiju. How about your board? Yep, cool, go for it. Use this if you know, don't mind at some point. Put something in the center column besides this idiot. You see, that's a weird thing. Like, people play around columns for input, but they don't play around columns for, like, I don't know, what would you say? Broken Line, Fuse Line, Iron Thunder, like... It feels weird to play around columns, but then to not play around columns at the same time. If I had Broken Line, they didn't get Branded Fusion. As far as I can tell, that's the upshot of the turn so far, right? I don't play Branded, so I don't know, but I'd have a guess that, like, that's their route to Branded Fusion if this was Broken Line, which is in one of my decks. Rebellion. Right, that one cannot attack, right? Yep. And you can't special summon from the extra deck set fusions, but... not using this column. I don't want to put this back in your deck. This is limited though, right? Borrowed. Alright. Quick effect, the monster you control and the cards your opponent controls destroy the grade. There's the Bellion. You see, like, here's the thing. Putting this on the field I don't think would have done anything. It's 2 special summons. Neither player can activate the effects of face-up monsters on the field with more attack than this card. Like, Mirror Jade pops the field by going to the grave, so you still just, like, climb your way into Mirror Jade. Like, that's gonna be the idea, right? Can't be used to... I don't want to read it. Block the Vellum. They now just destroy this, but, you know. We try it. Maybe it does do something, but it also gave them a draw or two, which I don't like. Alright. They just don't care about the monster, they just wanted a guy. I mean, as it is, they just need... They misread, didn't they? Banishes the card from your graveyard, target Dark Link in your grave, spec it, but neither player can activate its effects. This is just repeatable. During the end phase, set branded spell trap. What is that one? Banished. And what is that one? All of the face-up cards currently on the field. Wow. You have something, right? It's this guy. So... Yes, right? That's how this goes. Yes? Well, I mean, if you insist, we will... I guess normal summon. Fuck it. Bob. Bob's had enough. Today he goes to take on the dragons. I think I leave this on the field because it just, if, let's see. Actually, no, I did need to kind of clear that. Okay, that's an error. I thought it did something different. I thought it was better in grave. Reading. That is literally just a reading moment. Damn. What are you negating? My monster. Crazy. Anyway. Guy hasn't read Moon Mirror Shield. Alright. If we're winning this because we normal summoned a Soul Synchron, I'm gonna cry. They got something. Bestial? They've probably got Bestials in hand, actually. Maybe Maxi. The thing is, normal summoning this is probably bad for me. Like, it speeds up the clock, but I can't figure it out. I just don't want to. Target light or dark, neither graves. Yeah, banish it, spec this. So yeah, you can target one of those monsters, place that monster on the bottom of the deck, draw a card. So they target the Mercuria then, I guess. Place that on the bottom of the deck, draw a card. We're not going to normal special summon. If this card is sent to the graveyard, send a bestial card. Okay, so they're probably going to do that. I guess it's, what happens here depends a little bit on what they draw. Oh wait, they can just add Fallen Valbaz. Well, you can't contact fuse with this. You can't fusion with this, right? What the hell can you... Oh, Rebellion. Fusion Summon wasn't the last thing to have happened, in theory. So I should actually be able to respond Torrential here. At least that's the way I'm seeing it. Because that's a Fusion Summon, then this happens. Right? Like, I can't respond to that, but that's already happened now. Yes? No. But that'll do it. Anyway. Now, I know they just added the Golden Sword Soul to hand. When a monster clears an attack, special list, negate the attack, then if you control it. Yeah. I can't clear this, which poses an issue. Just banish a monster. Sure, banish Bestial. That's what you're gonna do, right? You haven't used this yet. Or a branded spell trap. So you send this, banish this target branded spell trap from the graveyard, add it to your hand. Which means they get branded fusion back. Yeah, it's not like I'm going to control any during the end phase, but you're welcome to try. We're just dead. Hello. Welcome to the channel and welcome to the chat. How are you doing? Yeah, stream's going okay. It's been an hour. We've won... No, it's not going okay. It's been an hour and I think we've won one duel. So, yeah, we're doing fantastically. Add another one to the loss pile, you know. Let's actually have a look. We've just won one, like, now, right? Yeah. Because I think these were, like, before we... That may have been the last one. Yeah, we won versus Big Boss. Right, on with it. Next one. And we lose the coin flip. Right. Second, at the very least, it's not an OTK deck. Helps out a little bit. Just for my mental state, if nothing else. Time to dust. Are we on Flower Guardian? Or are we on Tri Brigade? Are we on nothing of the kind? Is it branded again? Because it could be. It's on decent ratios at the very least. I'm playing on, well, PC is being a bit lenient. It's laptop, so yeah. We'll say PC for it. I do have a Switch. I do have a separate account. It's just, you know, if you're familiar with Masochist, that's what we're doing. Lyrilisk. No. Not Lyrilisk. Monster. A monster. Negate any monster effects your opponent activates. It could be Lyrilisk, they could just be bricked. Pendulum scale. Pendulum effect. Battle phase. Hit. Is that the Lyrilisk trap? Storming Mirror Force. Oh, you were thinking to start playing Master Duel? So what's your opinion to this game? As in, like, how do I like it? Or how do I think you should start getting into it? Because those are slightly different questions. Or if you're just on about Yu-Gi-Oh! In general, that's another thing as well. Man, you're not having your monster. I'll tell you that. Okay, so you're definitely getting, like, you're definitely going to try out Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Yeah, we're going to protect this. But, like, are you familiar... Let's put it this way. Are you familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh! At all? Like, prior to Master Duel? Or is this, like, your first, venture into, like, the card game? Pass turn. I think they've got all their blowouts and they've used most of them, so we'll do the same thing that we tried earlier on. I don't control no cards. Is that the issue? Why can't I special? Once per duel. It's got a once per duel on it. No, I'm not new to the streaming scene. Aspiring artist to be. Are you giving me a kaiju now? You know that's dangerous. I've got the kaiju field spell. That's not a good move. If you can only win next to... Yeah, that does nothing. You're kind of running out. Is it a bot on Lyrilisk? Just cards for cards. Anima. You gave me the one kaiju. Yes, that is the reason for that. You gave me the one kaiju that beats Anima. Kaijus all have effects, and I've got the kaiju field spell. Did you not think it was worth reading them? That's the worst Lyrilisk duel I've ever had. Well, anyway, we made it to 50. What a new profile pick if we want it, so I think we might use that just for the sake of argument. They gotta be playing an actual deck, right? Like, yeah, this is Lyrilisk. And it is actually Lyrilisk. Like, it's got a Tri-Brigade in there or two, but it is not, like, it's not Tri-Lyrilisk. My god, what a duel. One absolute banger of a hand they must have had. Let's open some of the Legacy tickets. We got a UR. This is completely something that we can't make. Like, this is unusable for us. We have maybe a couple of digital books, but we don't have a way to make 7. And Digital Bugs is, it's not great pure. Non-tuner Mist Valley. I don't think we have any Mist Valleys, let alone tuner or non-tuners. This is unironically the best card there. This is a level 3, cannot be destroyed by battle. It's equal to Spirit Reaper. Marginally better than Spirit Reaper, probably, but I'll be generous. Spirit Reaper's given me some good discards, you know. Let's see. Nope. 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 Okay, I think we actually do chuck in the Marshmallow. Like, I think that does go in the deck. We gotta open up this pack and see what we get from here, but Spirit Reaper can be targeted to, like, just remove him from the field. He doesn't like being pointed at. You can definitely ask something. This is a very fun card, but we're not playing trains, so we have to hard tribute summon this guy. There's no point setting him. Well, maybe there is a point, but I don't think your opponent's particularly going to attack into him. And yeah, that's why I said, aspiring artist to be, you are far from the first, and I suspect you won't be the last. I've really got to do something about it, otherwise you'll keep on popping in and chat. I don't mind the company, I don't mind the traffic, it's just, it's a little tiring. This 10th, 11th, it's nothing personal, it's just there's been a lot. No. That is another Therian. We now have 3 Therians. And this one's the warrior one, so that just goes in that deck. And that's a ninja. We could... Wait, we can play that. We can actually just play that. Beast, Wing Beast, or Insect. I don't know what target's level is less than or equal to level plus 3. And we're kind of working on 4s, really. Like, so the low end is like 7. That's interesting. Another one. It's not... It is a chaos number, but it's not a, like... It's not a number monster, it's a chaos monster. Drytron's good, but one card is not going to do it. I mean, you can show me your previous work, but, like, I'm going to be upfront. I'm not looking to invest money in the channel. Like, I could probably count them real quick. Let's go just edit the deck while I'm doing this. Let's see. If my phone wants to... Yep, okay. So we got 1 in request, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So it counts out at 9. Discord handles the same handle as the channel name. You can show, like, you can show your work, I'm just not gonna guarantee you anything, you know? Because there have been, you know, 9 others, and I'm not looking to, like, you know... I'm not looking to immediately do it. At some point, sure, but, like, it's gotta, like, pick up a little bit. It's gotta feel like it's worth doing, and at the moment that really just isn't. Right. We have made the smallest of changes. 0-2. Back into the dueling. Yeah, as just said, it's the same as the channel name. You're welcome to try, but I doubt you're going to convince me. Not personal, not throwing shade on whatever skills you have, it's just that there have been, like, already 9 other people. Right, they're going first, and we have a going first hand. Well, kind of. It's not going to do that much going first or second, it's going to set a guy. Oh dear. Excuse you, what? Well, you just missed. Do you wanna just surrender there for me real quick? No. No, don't start your don't start your combos. Don't just have an extender. Come on. You missed 4 mils. Please stop. Okay. You apparently keep missing. Redo. Is it redo or pass? You just... Does that count as send? Sends the graveyard by a card effect. Oh, come on. And that sends 5. Or does it send 3 on summon? Add or send? What are we doing? Surely you don't just have, like, everything. Come on. You've missed 7... well, 6. No, come on. Stop. You aren't doing anything. Come on, you're not hitting anything. Misclick and click mine. And show my kaijus. Like, all of them. Ah, fuck. Can we do it? We can... what? We can normal summon Sangan, tribute him for the, like, Sword Soul, so we've got, like, a search from Sangan that could give us a scale? What? I think our low scale's a high attack, actually. That's a low scale. Oh, yeah, they are high attack. With the exception of this one. Oh, come on, you're not doing anything more, are you? Please stop. Yeah, no. Not happening. Can't believe they went for like mill 8, basically missed on everything, and that still counts as, hey, I've got combo. That's insane. While the Ishizu cards were legal, that, you know, Tearlament deck is probably the single strongest deck in Yu-Gi-Oh's history. It's completely insane. FTKs literally do not matter if your opponent can set up all their negates on your first turn. How I do not miss those days. Max C or something, I don't know. 42-15. Let's see what they got. Normal summon. Oh, we can actually tag in. That's... I kind of missed that we had that in hand. That's good. Let's see what they lead with. Because this isn't anything, like, amazing. But this goes into this, which goes into Good Witch. How many Good Witch are we on? 3? 2 even? Sorry, 2. We're on 3 Witches. 1 Forerunner. We actually drew the combo. Math mech. Targeted monster loses house attack until the end of the turn. Okay, what if we did this first? And I'm tempted to pay our 1,000. Let's activate Dark Sanctuary. We need to negate the attack, but in theory, they're not just doing Geomathematic Turbo. Final Sigma Turbo, sorry. Like, this is probably the best thing against us, but it's not what they're doing. Sure. Did I just overreact? Did I just go in, like, guns blazing thinking it was Mathmech? We'll wait. Let them declare an attack. I want to keep it on the field so I can do maximum damage during their turn. Because I can, yeah, protect it from this. We will pay the 1,000 in advance, just in case. If they miss with them both, they miss with them both, but it'd be stupid to have it, like, fail to survive because the coin toss has failed. Yeah, go on, attack him with the other one. It's only 500. Oh, this one cannot attack anyway. Yeah, that's fine. Right. Okay, that's not exactly what we were wanting, but we still clear their field. So, you go battle phase, attack in over this one. Tag out. Activate this one. Swing in. We've got Dark Sanctuary, Forerunner. This is in hand for if it gets destroyed. If they target it to destroy it instead, we can tribute it. Or we can let it get destroyed and summon a, you know, Good Witch from deck. Which Good Witch is not a quick effect, is it? No. But it is Good Witch still. So yeah, we can cycle cards, it's fine. If it wasn't obvious, probably a Masochist deck. I just jumped to, you know, Mathmech because I've seen too many people just going on about how circular is nuts, and anything adjacent to that, I just assume, well, why wouldn't you be playing it like Constructed? I know we're playing a Mathmech card, but, like, I don't expect anyone to be on a Masochist deck. I expect other people to be on Constructed decks, because that's the majority of what you see. Even if some of the construction is questionable, it's constructed. T-set. Right, if we drew a normal summon, that would be pretty cool right now. Because we can either stack it to the top of the deck, or we can tribute it off for this. Nope. Let's gain those 1,000 back. Oh, Forerunner control, it looks like. Wonder what the face stand like. This could be a whole lot of things, and I could be badly losing in a tempo game that I just don't know until Ghost Trick. Is it a Ghost Trick? Because here's the funny thing, if that is a Ghost Trick, then this still can just flip itself up again. Okay. Damn, I gain 1,000. Flip. Cool. Anyway. Now what? I could have got in for 2,800, but I don't think there's a reason to do that. None of these work well in the grave. He's doing just fine. A field spell and a Forerunner. That's one of the other Cosmos. I haven't really, like, played Cosmos, so I haven't paid a huge amount of attention to the art. I know it's, like, loosely, what, Star Wars meets Lion Witch in the Wardrobe related or something like that. Because you got the Tin Can, you got the Scaredy Lion, you've got the straw-looking guy, and then you got, like, the Good Witch, and the Wicked Witch. Okay. Have you too got Moon Mirror Shield? Or are you just wanting the game to be over? Are you just a bot? None of these questions will be answered. Okay, good. It failed. Can I stick 400 damage on board? I probably can't. I'm gonna be real. I can stick another 200. Unless I get a normal summon, I can't stick that on board. Unless I get a normal summon, gets like the one non, you know, short Forerunner. Gimme life. Right, it does work. Because you just, you know, do this. Effect. Tribute. And spec. And then go battle. Forerunner for game, it's happened a couple times now. No, it didn't happen the other time. Changed the attack order up the other time. I think Kaiju hit in last time. Anyway, Legacy ticket, another win. One win until Platinum. Which means, yeah, we're almost certain to actually achieve the stream objective of hit Platinum today. Never actually said it, but, you know. Or if I did, you know, here's the definitive statement. I want to hit Plat today. It'd be rather stupid if we didn't. That's our our third Paleozoic card. Granted, I don't think we can really make use of it right now. It's open to pack, but it's not royal, so it doesn't matter. We don't have enough Blackwings. Again, not a equip only to a Gemini. Okay. Kill Dolga. That's a Windlink. I mean, you can make it with a Beck Phantom Beast. Like, it's a bigger body. And hello, it's our favourite return chatter. Unsolved Mystery. I'm doing well. How are you doing? And sure it. Well, not anything that's really deck changing, but I guess like the Desperate Doom Eagle is a good pickup, and the Paleozoic is a good pickup. That's good to know. As for where we are at the moment, we're just we're climbing up again, and Gold 1 at the moment. I think the next win puts us back in Platinum, and that was today's entire objective, because I had 2 streams to do it, and you know, if we can just get it done today, that means that the rest of the month is, you know, at least spent in Platinum rather than fighting to get to it. And hopefully this month we can rise slightly higher than Plat 4. That's what I'd like to do. Whether it happens is different. You've been up so much interesting, because I guess you probably haven't seen, like, any of the morning VOD, but nothing has really changed. Like, anything that was said in the morning VOD is pretty much true now. Okay, that's cool. What's the angle? What's the spark of brilliance? What am I up against? Anyway, the field spell protects itself, so that's all we want. This is nice music. Look at little bouncing pumpkins. I love this. And it's branded. Why is it branded? I mean, it could be Bestial Centurion. At the very least, you have to banish your own monster. For I have not offered you any targets. Blue Eyes, Dark Magician, and Blackluster Soldier. That sounds bricky as all hell. Granted, like, Blue Eyes is, like, actually kind of like a half-solid deck, so is Dark Magician. Blackluster Soldier, like, isn't really good enough as the other, as good as the other two, sorry, is what I'm trying to say, and stumbling over my words. A mix of the three could work, but the thing is, like, they all have their own, like, brick problems alone, let alone when you put them together. Doesn't stop, you know, people from trying it, though, because this guy's just added Magician's Rod. And he's playing Bestials. So am I actually up against Dark Magician? Because I very well could be right now. Which means I do have a rather unique out in the form of Kaijus, which is appreciated. Not saying to dissuade you from doing it. Like, if you don't try it, then you're probably never going to find out if it's as good as you think, or you might learn something pretty good in deck building of trying to do it. But I'm just saying that, you know, expect consistency issues. Right. They've just added the field spell. Oh, need to make a deck for fusion events. I don't know if there's, like... I don't know what counts as, like, a cheap fusion deck. I'll say that, because I just don't know, like, the rarities of certain cards. Like, Invoked is a small engine, so you can just tech it into decks, but I don't know how cheap the whole package is. Like, we've looked into pulling an Alistair and, like, a couple of the fusions, but I don't know what that means. Right, what are you banishing? You should banish the field spell. Alright. You're still banishing from your own graveyard. Nice. Utopia looks like it can be pretty fun. Right, we just don't want them to get a second Dark Magician in rotation. That's the issue here. And I can appreciate, like, just working on a deck like... Oh... Do we have an issue? Yes, because they're going to fuse this off, and that's Eternal Soul, so they can just bring it back, right? Yeah. Now we have an issue. It's not... Oh, it is Dark Magician, but this is a hard once. But the point being, this is going to get banished next turn, not destroyed. We can get rid of this and just prevent the Eternal Soul from being a problem. Oh, they left my monster on the field. That was dumb of them. But yeah, Utopia's like a solid deck. And given the fact that in Master Duel it just has like 3 structure decks, that's amazing. You can't get better value. Right. Use the effect, special summon the Dark Magician from your hand or grave, right. Okay, now you can banish one more card. So what do you banish? It should be the field spell. And yeah, they're just going to keep looping it. Yeah, okay, you've learned it. You've learnt your lesson. But still, it's fine. Unless you've got anything that's going to surprise me, then we're still okay. Because all we do is we go battle phase, attack into this one, because this one can't be destroyed by card effects or it's unaffected. Use Bull Blader. If they negate the Bull Blader, they negate the Bull Blader. The point is Bull Blader dies. And then this is summoned. And attack position. And then we pitch the Metaverse. Pop this. Oh yeah, right. Spell traps. Yeah, I forget that that's the reason that you don't do this. It's a lock. The thing is, a lot of the Dark Magician decks I've come across recently can't seem to, like, figure out that this wins them the game, and now we've actually found someone who figured out that this wins them the game. Special summon! We don't have our spell trap removal on hand, so... yeah, fine, go for it. No, to an extent, you are completely correct. Like, to an extent, you are completely correct. That's a weird way to put it. To an extent, you're right. If you take a look at, like, decks that are represented on a YCS level, or on a, like, regional, national level, it falls down to people playing their pet decks or not. And that's why the meta is what it is, because, like, people are just like, oh, this is good. And like, well, yeah, you're right, that is good. Maybe they just freak out if we synchro summon the 10. They just want to do it once. Why does that have such a win rate? That's absurd. But, reaching over for a drink, don't mind me. But yeah, if no one ever plays, like, Utopia, or Ogdoadic, or, you know, insert Rogue or So deck here, pet deck, it's never going to be tiered, and people are never going to actually respect it. Now, like, competitively, Utopia isn't great, from what I understand, because you can, I mean, you've played the deck often enough, you can tell me where I'm wrong, but doesn't, like, every hand trap just about hit the deck in some form? Like, with the exception of Sister and Spooky Dogwood, because, you know, that's Sister and Spooky Dogwood, is there a Ghost Girl hand trap that you're not hurt by when the opponent plays it? Or, like, Roll and Lock the Nibiru, so on. Not to insult your skill as a duelist, I'm just talking about, like, how good is Utopia playing through, like, you know, X hand trap? Because I know that, like, my current attitude is if they have it, because most of the decks I choose, like, suck at trying to play through insert hand trap name. Yeah, now they just banish Warp Gate. Cannot be destroyed. It can be targeted, and it can be banished. Bye! Aww. I have a royal deck as well. But yeah, so, like, you'll be able to tell me a lot better than I actually know. But, like, what hand traps does your deck struggle with? Because my favourite decks, they all struggle with, like, all the conventional ones. Like Nibiru, Ash, Imperm, all of that. Maxi is a bit hit or miss for whether my decks struggle. Granted, like, my main format is, I'd say, still TCG, so you know, it's more the Monk armies. What do you have now? Right. So we'll set this. Set Crackdown. Set Fairywind. But yeah, I respect the attitude of, like, you know, it's up to the duelist to try and, you know, get the deck to that level. Not all of them are a problem. Okay. Sure, that's fine. we on Shining Sarcophagus, or do you just happen to, like, you know, be on a Masochist deck? Well, if you're not using it, I'll have it. I thought you had to have Shining Sarcophagus on the field for this. You don't have to have some... Do you not have to have Shining Sarcophagus on the field for these? Well, obviously not for this one, but, like... Oh, you control a Shining Sarcophagus. Just not this one. Alright. The more you know. It's alright, we can, like, synchro to get over it. It's just weird. Yeah, no, we leave it. If they get Shining Sarcophagus, we want the spell trap removal. Oh yeah, no, I understand that. It's like, you know, who do you fear? The man who has practiced one move 10,000 times, or the man who has practiced, you know, 10,000 moves one time, right? What can we synchro? We can synchro 6. And what does that get us? Oh yeah, we can also exease 3. It does detach 2 to Bot Greed. Yeah, let's do it. We just want to clear some bodies, right? Imperm. Yeah, sure. I set this card this turn, so it's not doing anything. Flip. Special. We don't want this one. Anyway, we'll put it here. And we'll get rid of this guy. And I don't think they're going to actually play into, like, columns or anything like that, so I don't think we have to worry about, you know, whether they'll put another card. Right, draw. What, do you want the Air Bellum? Do you want your monster back? What did you target? Look at this. What did you target? That's not bad. 3rd place is respectable. Right, and they have just put a card back in the column, so we're actually fine still. Now, there are some times when you just face bad matchups and, like, you know, your deck's not going to be perfect for everything, but... Deck's, you know, to an extent, the deck is only as good as the pilot. Well, no, the deck is only as good as the pilot. If you give someone Sword Soul and they don't know what to do with it, there is literally a documented case for the Yu-Gi-Oh community showing that, you know, if you give a completely fresh person Sword Soul, they just, you know, don't know what to do. That's it. But yeah, I think there is something to, like, trying to better and trying to make a good rogue deck out of things that people just don't think works. I mean, it just can't attack anyway. You're welcome to try. You're welcome to have it. Yeah, I kind of, like, I understand that, I agree. Until the end phase. Well, let's block you from that central column. You don't have Shining Sarcophagus, otherwise you would have used it. Okay, Tribute Summon. Link Summon. SP. What are you banishing? Critical thinking skills are not their forte, apparently. I can just give them a kaiju. I can search out a kaiju, and there's... yeah, there's one. I draw a kaiju. Activate. Get to kaiju. So it's on monsters like 3 times each, isn't it? And versus like the targeting effect. Yeah, there's just no bye. Nope. Now we just like summon this, special this, and it goes back down, and we just attack him. They're equal. They die. This hits in for 2. Yeah, I agree. Like, if you don't ever lose, you're not ever going to learn anything. You're just going to play this card because, well, it wins me games, but why does it win you games? Why does this card lose you games? Add a monster that mentions Shining, and then if you activated this during the... yeah, okay, so that's fine. Are you just still without Shining Sarcophagus? Wait, no, there it is. You can add Shining Sarcophagus or a spell trap that mentions it. Wait for it. Wait for it. There we go. Right, I think we wait for them to activate the effect. Yep, there you go. Yep, we remove 1 counter, which then gets replaced immediately. You don't get your search, I keep a monster, I keep the ability to search a kaiju. I don't mind losing, like in Yugioh, for the most part. Like, losing to a deck that I, like, play against during a duel and that I feel like there's some interaction, like, that feels fine. Like, because then it's you pitting your deck building versus someone else's deck building. Deck choice, tech choices, everything. The reason why I really dislike Tenpai, to put an example, there are a lot of decks that I apparently really, really dislike, and I learned that the more I play the game. But let's just say Tenpai, sake of argument. I love the way this card looks. I like this card, but it's not good. Is because the deck building of Tenpai is that you can just throw the whole archetype in there because of the size of the archetype, and after that, you don't have to do anything special. You can just chuck in hand traps, ball breakers, and win. Tenpai, I feel, has a very, very low, a very, very low floor, let's put it that way, for skill. And I didn't mean to skip that, but we have now. Mayakashi. Sure. I don't think we have enough. We aren't playing that, that's a constructed deck. Nope. That's interesting. We might play that, but I don't think so. Well, actually, it's a... no, that does more than the Angel. We will play this. Trickstar. Giant Rex is good. Oh, another Therion card. Then you can. Okay, so we don't have to equip Therion from hand. This is just Reborn for a Therion. I like it. But yeah, the skill floor of Tenpai feels like it's very low. You want to play Tenpai, it's just, you know, yeah, sure, go for it. There's no... if you know Yu-Gi-Oh! And like understand the mechanics and everything, you can just play it, that's it. If you want to play something else, then it's just going to take you a lot more effort. Like, that right there, that's pretty impressive. Going all the way up to, like, Diamond 2 with Chronomaly, they had some cool, nope, that's slightly incorrect spelling. They have, like, some really cool extra deck monsters. Like, this is, of course, like, the new support, the bit that everyone loves, because, oh my god, would you look at that, Chronomaly got, like, a Cyber Dragon kind of, you know, monster, almost. But, yeah, getting all the way to Diamond 2 with this, that's respectable. That's some serious effort. I think that's all the changes we actually want to make to the deck at the moment, just this one. But yeah, Therian's stand-up is a good card for us. Just need to get a couple more Therians for it to be, like, generically good. Right. First duel in Plat. Already took us nearly 2 hours. Good going, lads. I mean, hey, it's nearly 2 hours and we actually got, like, 4 wins in under 2 hours. That's, you know, it's slightly better than we're normally doing at the moment. Time-Worn Legacies. That's a nice name. But yeah, like, for a while, for a fair while, I was, like, running, Sacred Beast just as my go-to deck of choice, my comfort deck. And while I was doing that, Ancient Guardians came out. And Ancient Guardians had, you know, a few new archetypes. Snakes, which I was interested in. Musical Pendulum archetype, which I still know nothing about to this day, except that it, like... Well, no, I still know nothing about to this day, mismatching scales and, like, you know, effects there. And, what's the last thing? Oh yeah, the main archetype, obviously, now, Earth's Arctic. Excuse me. But yeah, of those three, I was interested in snakes. Brother was interested in the Space Bears, so we start collecting the Space Bears. I read them, and between the way people have talked about them, you know, online and in-store and what have you, I understand that they are absolutely awful. This just kicks the can further down the road. So I think we let that happen. And we instead take whatever Kashtira they make. We take whatever they make and then we, you know, Wing Blast the next one. So yeah, they add Unicorn. Crackdown. Now what? No. Let's see. We can make Gradiel, and that is, to an extent, graveyard control. Okay, so they can dodge this being put back to the top of the deck, sure. This is going to be a very expensive Harmonizer if we actually pull it off. But I'm not sure we're actually keeping it, judged on the fact that they just used Droplet on this. Anyway, I was like mid-sentence, but yeah, like, John was interested in Earth's Arctic, and yeah, very quickly learned the cards are bad, so I started labbing it out with, like, just the first wave of support. They got their second wave of support, which was Radiation, the now probably infamous, like, draw spell. And, what's it? And a fusion monster and a fusion spell. But those are kind of, like, awful. Like, just completely awful. So, is Gradiel... Gradiel's probably less attack. So we'll just attack in with this. And so yeah, I labbed it out and I made like the craziest combo pile that I've probably ever made, which is not anything you should ever replicate. Oh, it's the same attack. Yeah, we definitely summoned that. And it was Blackluster Toon, Arctic, with a healthy amount of, like, draw spells, tech cards, and everything. And let's see. I think, yeah, we just, like, attack them with this at the moment. Sorry, this is getting ever longer because my focus is split. But this pile was, like, so bad. But it basically led to me loving the archetype and just developing it. Like, working on it week in, week out, making new versions of it, and eventually coming up and finding out that, like, yeah, the deck's good, you just gotta approach it differently. And so, like, for the longest time, I was just like, actually, board breaking is, like, fine with it. You get a 6-card hand, so you've got more cards to work with for their tribute effects, and then, like, you want high-level monsters, kaijus, lava golem, sphere mode. I just kind of ran with it. And, yeah, it was, like, easy to see that, like, I could do something with it. But the thing is, of course, no one else would have tried it. Like, why would you? Okay, battle phase. Yeah, that's fine. Because you then declare the effect. Special. And in theory it's Hydra. You should Hydra here. Genroku. Okay, you still take the damage. Okay, that is fine. Now you synchro summon with this. Right. And you need the 3. Yeah, you need the 3, so we just keep the chain on. Violent. Target the Fire Dragon, target the 3. Chain Brady L. Target this. We attach it, we're now immune to, like, fires. And they don't get their Preds. And they can hit this, but they can't kill it. So we could just stick it in defense position. Now this is 3 attributes, so this is boosting their monsters by quite a bit. No. Right, so I think we set this. At the start of the damage step, you can special summon a Fire Dragon from your deck, so yeah, we kind of don't really want to go to battle. I need to, like, read up these guys. I mean... Right, okay, hold on. So, related, this one. Your Fire Dragon. That includes itself. Okay, I think we set this one. And I think we just leave it. This is an attack position with 200 less than this, but it's fine. I've got an indestructible fire monster. That's battle, that's card effect. It also can't be destroyed by a light or a wind monster. let's see what they do. They might just give up against this. It's kind of the hope at the moment, because I don't really know what I'm doing to out-tempo. Like, I can put this in defense position, but I'm pretty sure, like, the big dragon just, like, you know, must be attack, right? Wrong one. I've just looped back. This one. Could use a Synchro 11. SP. You targeting the face down. That's weird, but go for it. I'm just not going to activate a card or effect, I'm just going to hit the SP. Unless you want to run into my monster for me. I'm not about to do anything, you could. Maybe... There's a chance. I know there is a chance that they are just trying to free up for a cached hero. You don't have anything. Anyway, 2,000. We are close. I don't know what they could have in hand, because they're still staying in the duel. Super Volley. Yeah, I'll do it. Put him in this column, it'll be hilarious. Damn it. Is it Mud Dragon Pass? It is Mud Dragon Pass. I laugh, but I don't actually know what we're top decking. They have a lot better top decks than ours, and we're in the 2000 war. This is currently gaining 100 as it's the only monster on the field. It will immediately be put back up to 2-1 as soon as we summon anything, unless we summon a water. I mean, if you insist. Well, you have to declare that prior to me thinking about it, so let's banish your SP. I can hit over this. And yeah, we'll put it here. And we'll search in the end phase. Yes, hopefully. Effect failure. That's what they're bricked on, hand traps that they just couldn't use on me because it wasn't doing things. Damn, I can't search in the end phase, oh no. You only went and put a light in your graveyard. Anyway. It is gonna be very close. They only have to fade, like, a couple draw steps. But if they succeed on any of them, we're done. Right? If you miss on monsters, if you get Imperm off the top, Super Poly off the top, Droplet doesn't do it. Or Droplet saves you, rather, for a turn. We have a chance. I don't want to normal summon in case it's torrential. I want to just attack in. What could you have? Battle. Because here's the thing, if it was the Tenpai spell trap, sorry, the Tenpai spell, they would have used it during their turn. At least that would have been smart. Droplet, yeah, okay. Set the Wraith. You're running a fine line. Yeah, we hold on to this. One draw. Can they miss it? Nope, even when you're building Tenpai like a Muppet, you can still pull off the craziest top decks you need, because Tenpai, am I right? No skill of deck building. Summon to this zone. Summon to this column, I dare you. You've not seen any column-based cards yet. Tenpai Dragon Monster. So yeah, there's that one. And what are you discarding? Ash Blossom. So yeah, they were just like pricked on hand traps. They could have set the Ash, I guess, so we did need this. They can now Synchro Summon. They are playing around the column. Take no battle damage. It's really annoying that they've managed to get to this one as well, specifically for that reason. Right, I think we are just dead. We've managed to fight this guy down to 350 life. Apparently it was correct to try and normal summon this guy last turn. Which doesn't feel like it to me. I guess we're going to find out that, yeah, that was the only correct decision, and we failed it. Congratulations, you lost the duel. They've taken a hell of a long time thinking about this bit, though. Their extra deck has to be prepared for this, you know? There's no way it's not. That's the wrong one to attack in with. You can still be destroyed by battle. If Amon spells, unless you trigger this right now. Which you do. You summon the Genroku from your deck, right? Not Genroku, Fadra. Apologies, I'm getting these names wrong. Only been against it like 500 times by now. Oh, they do summon Genroku because they're an idiot whoops all tuners. No, it's only a tuner if it uses its effect, okay. But they have got rid of their no damage, which means they have to Synchro Summon. They still clear, right? I think they still clear. Oh, maybe they don't. Are they out? They might be out of guys. Okay, what have we been through? There are a couple draws. That's not it. Well, actually, no, that's okay. We can use that. We normal summon this, and we set this. Battle. Attack in. Effect. Now, this cannot attack for a turn, but that's fine, because we can just, you know, in theory, pop this, because they should try and use it. They're not that good. Yep, there we go. There it is. Now this here, if they put anything in this column, would win us the game right now. But they did a different one. You do know you targeted that monster so it couldn't attack, right? That monster wouldn't have won the game there anyway. Oh, good god. That is a monster. Why didn't you just choice spell traps, though? I'm so confused, because it's like, only now could this guy have attacked. Fenrir. Right. That is a problem. Like, just straight up, there's we used Crackdown. This would have done it, but it's gone now. Kaiju. Kaiju still does it. We've got 3 Kaijus in here. Like, just under 10% of this deck is Kaiju. Wrong column. Whose deck are you choosing? Yours or mine? Mine. Well, those aren't Kaijus, and they wouldn't have done it, so I'm happy that you got rid of it. Type 1 face up. So yeah, that's fine. That happens. We take 24. So yeah, we're okay. Barely, but we're okay. We're on 700. We should have summoned the Paleozoic there in defense position, if nothing else. That was a misclick. You know, there's, like, a good couple of cards that do this, right? That's not it, I don't think. We were so close. That is really annoying. I gotta check their extra deck, because there's, like... They must not have had a full Tenpai extra deck. That must have been decks. Yeah, they had 1, 1, and 1. Which is just incorrect. This is still Tenpai. It's horrendously built, but it's still Tenpai. Can't believe we lost. Well, no, I very much can believe it. I don't want to believe that we lost to something like that. I'll be completely honest. It's happened time and it will happen again, but like... That's terrible. That's awful deck building. They were bricked on hand traps for so long. How could they succeed at getting like the specific out like that far into it? We'll set technically MST and pass turn. This is a winning move, trust me. And an ice barrier. Okay. Right, I'm gonna mute the mic for 2 seconds, just gonna grab something real quick. Right, pig, that's the thing. And we're back to full ice barrier combo. Which, yeah, surprise, surprise, it doesn't use dark monsters, so this is not doing anything. You need like 17 more attack, surely you can do it. How can you not do 17 more attack? Cannot be destroyed or banished by your opponent's card effects this turn. So yeah, if we want a dark monster, I guess we gotta do it ourselves. Okay, alright, so let's do that. Yeah, that's completely fine. You can banish it, but I still get it. It still does the thing. We'll add this. And once per chain, if your opponent special summons. So we do need to special summon, which sucks. But it is what it is. What do you have there? Max C. Okay, so not only do we have to special summon, we have to do something about, what, this? How do we do it in as few summons as possible? I think it's just this. Put that in attack. They draw a card. We book a moon. I don't really know what we're supposed to book a moon though. Hand deck or extra deck. Then you can change attack position to defense position. I have a feeling they're going to do that. Yeah, I'll discard. Destrudo's doing nothing in my hand anyway. When your opponent's monster effect on the field resolves, discard one card or the effect is negated. This one. We want to kill it, right? Activate this. Banish this. Summon. No. But now they gotta do it, don't they? Yeah. Yeah, we're just not doing it. This is not the most successful of days. We're trying our best, but, you know, it is how it is, unfortunately. A not constructed deck going against, you know, what is currently flat 4. I'll treat myself to a cookie to alleviate my stress. Well, at least it isn't Tenpai. Clockwork Knight is an interesting draw depending on what we're going against. That is not a great start. We see where they go with it. Do we? That's, you know, that's a Horus monster. That's a weird way of, Alright. board. I'm not sure we can beat it though. My horse monster? Now the thing is, if they'd actually summoned another horse off this, they would be fine. But they haven't. And we have a whole bunch of dead cards. Scare them. They're not scared. Alright, this is going to be a sitting match. A long, long game. You just need to send another Horus. This thing cannot attack. You don't even need to add another Horus monster, you just send one from deck. Do you want to send two instead? Is that the thing? We'll add. Can you negate something which is technically negated? Probably. So if this is imperm, sure, but you haven't got Ash Blossom in hand, I'll tell you that. Sweet, we can get to a monster. Now what? Well, we can get to a monster. Or we can get spell trap removal. Forest monsters. This gets rid of a lot of progress. I think the big Sangan. Normal summon Sangan, use the Strudo, target the Sangan, Synchro summon. Oh hey, we got one card. Sent from field to grave, that'll do. So yeah, bring that one back out. At the start of the damage step, so they don't take the damage still. That's how this works, right? Yeah, go for it. You're not hitting me for lethal anyway, so I don't particularly care. Because I can search for a Kaiju, and then... Yeah, opponent's card effect. Kaijus are not card effects. Type 2 cards that vanish in the graveyard to either add to its hand or shuffle them into that. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, Draglubi on OTK. Yeah, that'll do it, I guess. I don't know why they wouldn't play it, so I can't exactly be mad at it. It'll be 9,050. No, 8,050, sorry. So yeah, 8,500. I know what I meant to say, I just wasn't saying it. Well, we tried. At the end of the day, it's Horus. I'm surprised it took them that long to realise that they could just kill us in half. We did so good in the early part of the stream, and now our win rate is immediately coming under fire. We're back, as we are back in Platinum. They've got the mate. I love the look of that guy. Snowman Eater in 3D form. Didn't know I needed it. They have a bigger than average. Yep. 54-10. And we certainly have a hand. Shining Sark. That is an issue, for we don't have Spell Trap removal. We can only put it back to the top of the deck. And our card that does so targets, which means they can just negate it. Because here you add the, and then you get Spell Negate and a Targeting Negate. Versus, what, Good Witch? Is that a technical thing? Like, maybe the Nemleria? Because the thing is, they still probably just Gandora next turn, right? They also probably just have the Mirror Force, judging by the fact that they set 2. Which one targets? Targets. Wait, no. Yeah, okay, so let's try this. Normal summon. It's just a Sangam. What are you scared of? Well, screw you too. It is a hard once, isn't it? Yep. Set. Set. We leave the Sangan. I think it's a bit of a rough move, but we're going to leave the Sangan. Yeah, let's do this now. See what else they have. Yeah, not letting you have that. Got rid of the targeting negate, and you don't have trap negate, so this should just be fine. Nope. You can get it next turn, but not this turn. I don't mind having Sangan in the grave, it'd get me a nice search. Still don't know what this card could be. I don't think they searched it at the start of it all. Oh, no, they didn't. Okay, you can target a monster and take control of it until the end of the turn. But you didn't control the Shining Sarcophagus, so we simply just keep this. Unless they exceed it. Link it. It's a normal monster, that makes it slightly harder to use. It's level 5. What are we doing? Link 3. Ah, but you didn't make it with a level 7. It can be targeted, and it can be destroyed. What are you doing? Because I've got a level 7 Synchro on my next turn, which means the Blackluster dies. But I know that they have the Shining Sark next turn, so that in and of itself is a problem. And in that case, what do we actually need? We have Destroy Grave, we can... What happens if we add this to hand? 12? That doesn't do anything. I'm thinking about how this works, and it's like, it's difficult. I'm trying to think, but it's difficult. I'll add this. Don't know what this is, don't know what the two cards in hand. Know that they're top decking the Shining Sarcophagus next turn. I know I can out this. I'm just working out what happens when I do. Like, what is the sequencing? I guess, yeah, you start the turn with that. It's nice and simple, you know. You normal summon this. Activate. I'm very close to death. What are you waiting for? You've got, like, a reaction, but you're just not using it. Anyway, field spell gains a counter. Do this, target this, target this, bye-bye. Activate the effect. Still don't know, it's Ash. That's a bit rough, especially considering that we know they're top decking Shining Sarcophagus next turn. Get a Kaiju. We've used our normal summon. We're taking 700 damage. We're putting ourselves right on the edge for that. It doesn't really matter, so we'll say attack. What do they have? Torrential? Imperm? Don't know if I'm going to find out realistically. Activate. Put this on the bottom of the deck. Summon. The thing is, I don't think it's a column-based card, because otherwise they would have activated it by now. Or if it is column-based, it's Imperm. Effect Veiler. Right, okay, it's been that long. What is the text on Shining Sark? So, add one card that mentions Shining Sark. Or one spell trap that mentions it. Okay. So I don't think they actually out this. It just exists as a problem for them. And if that's the case, then we can start to use the Kaijus to our advantage. Like, we can search out the other one, use it for 3 attacks on monsters, and then attack the whole field, pretty much. This is a really weird duel. It's taking a lot of brain power, but it was a really weird duel. Hold on. There's nothing... That's not fair. That's not... No. Oi. That's mean. That's not fair. We tried our best, come on. Alright, we will win a platinum duel this stream, right? Just one. Something that we can say that, like, right, that's a high note. Maybe not to end the stream on, but like, hey, we won a platinum duel, right? If anything, this deck should be more consistent and far better than the one we were playing. But currently it doesn't feel like that's the case. Okay, so everything is a machine. I don't know how much you care about that. We got a 2300 machine. So you're playing 59. It's not the same one as earlier, is it? No, that doesn't seem like it. What are you doing? What are you making? Libero. Yeah, sure, go for it. I don't know what Libero does. I know they have rituals. And I think that this guy and... I was reading this guy are your boss monsters. Agent. Mekanko. And let's... I think the Mekanko part is a lot more important than whatever they have here, but, you know, it's worth reading. I have a feeling that they're just going to try and reflect everything. Had a Mekanko quick spell. Okay. So currently we take the battle damage. And they don't die because we're not attacking in. And they're also still playing, like, all the ritual things. I'm not sure if we live this turn. We'll find out, but I don't currently know what their plan is. I don't know what axis they think. Yeah, sure. You're supposed to have something to hit into. Equip only to an opponent's. Take control, neither player can activate. They just needed it as levels. I don't understand the synergy that they're seeing between Libromancer and Mekanko. Sorry, I need to read that again. Return your monster to the hand if you do take control of that opponent's monster. That seems good. Set. Oh no. They've got everything. Right. I still feel this is weird. They would have dealt me the same damage attacking into my guy. Let's take a look. What are the top 5 cards of your deck? I should have put this on the field first. Mistake. Excuse you. I'll take, like, this for, like, 1,000. I don't really need it. I said 3,000, they probably still wouldn't take it. Yeah. We're not out of that. We're not winning that one. Let's just skip it and move to something we can beat. It is early month, so I guess, you know, we are going to face more tough decks than when we were doing it last month. Oh, those are not the words I need to hear, but they are true. There's no reason for anyone who's actually running on a Masochist deck to be here this early. Unless you are already sufficiently advanced in your challenge that Platinum is now your, like, what is my gold. So it's Sanctuary, Wicked Witch, and Hatsugai then. I don't know what they're on. I don't know what sleeves those are. I genuinely don't know what sleeves those are. Like, it looks, it's weird to look at. Is it Infernoble? Is it Flame Swordsman? I'll just pay this now. Get out of the way. I don't know if there's any point they get negates on the board. We have a living Wicked Witch this turn. Right. I haven't actually seen the Flame Swordsman stuff. Once per turn, you can send one card from your hand. Special summon Flame Swordsman from your extra deck, treat it as a fusion summon. Okay. And then... Yep. Link 2. Is old! Infernal combos! This is going to take some time, isn't it? I'm not sure if we beat it. We've got a Kaiju in hand, but, like, the board is repeatable, I think. This doesn't die to, like, battle or card destruction, but it can be bounced. Okay, what are you doing? Yeah, there you go, add Fireflint Lady. I take it is going to be just like Infernoble combos. Like, they could be playing Flame Swordsman, but I don't know. I don't know what the benefit is. It looks cool. Actually, on the thing of, are those sleeves anything? No idea. Sure. What if we take a look at these related cards? The card sleeves still don't stand out to me. Unless they're Roland. Unless it's this. Might be that. The sleeves might be accurate. And yeah, they're just doing Infernoble shenanigans. I don't know how good the Flame Swordsman stuff is, but I haven't seen anyone play it, like, just at all. I guess it finds a home in the pile of Fire Warrior stuffs. Why wouldn't it? I'd like to chat about something interesting and, you know, keep the one person who's loyally watching entertained, but at the moment I genuinely don't know what to talk about. It's Infernoble combos, and I know nothing about them, nor the Flame Swordsman. I my brother thinks I have an eldritch knowledge of Yu-Gi-Oh! And that I just know things and cards and it's mysterious and magical. But my knowledge is still limited. I do know that Infernoble used to end on a spell trap negate with this guy, and a pop with the other synchro, if I can load it up. Yep. Quick effect pop, right? Yeah, somehow. There is something that makes it a quick effect. I still don't know really what they're doing, but they've got a huge number of cards in hand. They're going through their deck and extra deck at a rate of knots. And still probably somehow have plenty of time left on the timer. Win rate at time of appearance. I can kind of believe that, actually. I wonder if there's anything I could snipe from their deck right now. They've drawn so much of it. You know what? Let's try it. Let's actually interact with them. They're just not even going to read it. Outstanding. I can Ash Blossom this, so I should. There we go. Button glow, must click. I have a Wicked Witch and a Dream, apparently. The Dream is Dark Sanctuary, so I'm not sure about the quality. It might be a nightmare. Right, but then you look, they do try and target and destroy the monster. That's the hope, it's not what's going to happen. Yep, that's 1200 down, only another 68. We aren't doing it. Right. Moment of truth. What do you destroy? Nope, they're reading. They're gonna kill the field spell. Why did you kill your own monster? That's wrong. You had a Link Zone. That card can negate the Dark Sanctuary. I thought it was card, not an effect. That... I don't really know why we've stayed in here this long. See if they've run out the timer, I guess. That's what we're trying to do at this point. Did they... No, they didn't pitch Nash anywhere earlier in the combo, and I don't think they really discard often enough for us to have tried that at a different point. So yeah, they target and banish the monster. No. No. It's a hard one from the equip. So they're just going to negate it with this. Yeah, it's got this, and it's got its own effects. Which is insane. Yeah, there you go. Not once per turn. That's That's insanity. Hold on, I want to read the actual card. Card info. And it gains that type. Not replace, gains, so they still have the soft once per turn spell trap negate. Which means that's the end of the game. Full Infernal combo. Do they just negate their own thing? They just clicked buttons and negated their own thing. Are they running low on time? That's the hope. Sure. Count target. Well, given that fact that the field spell is mandatory, they are just going to negate it with the spare one. Oh wait, no. They didn't negate it. They activated the wrong thing. Yeah, that's it. You've negated the wrong card. You've now used both of them. So at the very least, this is live for every attack, and I have a chance of winning the game. They have misclicked, or misplayed. Not punished for it just yet, but I swear they will be. Opponent surrendered. Out of embarrassment. They just had that right. They did just, you know... Well, that's just a constructed deck. There's no way we won against that. I don't think there's anything we have that's good enough to beat that. Like, we need to drop... Is Inspector Border still in our deck? Kinda should be. Yeah. I just wanted to double check, because that's a guy that should be. It's something that can stop those combo piles. Not the most effectively, but it can do it. And we're back in Platinum, and that's our first win. So you know what that means. You get the joy of 2 packs per win. That was a long and miserable duel. I'm happy to get something for it. And I'm... extra copies of the same guy we already have. 6 Samurai Swarming. That's actually a good card to have for them. That's our second Thunder. Another Mayakashi to add, so we have that spell. We don't really have worm stuff. Not enough of it, anyway. That's a very niche card, and not one we're playing. And that doesn't even have its own pack. Tuner plus 1 plus non-tuner. Dark Pendulums. As a level 12 synchro, we cannot make this. After damage calculation, if this card, you can special summon 2 Supreme Kin Dragons. If we can make this, this card is crazy. And it's Pendulum 1 as well. That isn't insane, it's just a Pendulum 1. Okay, so that's a 12 that, you know, we need to look at. We need to think about whether we can make that. Because should we actually be able to, that's a really impressive effect. We have a target. And the fact that this is new, I don't need to look at it. For the flip deck, nice. Fortune Ladies again. Another Magnet Reverse, which still isn't very useful for us. Oxygeddon. Another, that's the third one of that one. Violon card and Cold Enchanter. It's not once per turn, but I don't think there's anything that can actually be abused with that anymore. Like, soft once per, like, non-once per turn discard is, I'm pretty sure, like, completely, Like, everything that you could have done with it has already been, like, errated. Anyway, that is the high note, quote-unquote, we're going to end the stream on. Because, let's see. Time for some quick maths again. 190 duels would be about, well, 190, let's see, something out by 3. 194 wins would put us at a 3rd win rate. Conversely, 145.5. So yeah, we're still closer to the 3rd win rate. As much as I'm, you know, complaining and saying that, oh, this is terrible, we're still doing okay. So, let's claim up all these rewards. 310, nice. We got some of the gems back. Well, thanks for coming to part 2 of Thursday, and I hope you guys have all enjoyed the stream as much misery as it's been. It's, you know, starting to finally live up to its name, this series, because we're just getting into a point where we have to, you know, we have to push through. We could, like, leave it months and drop all the way down to Rookie, but I don't really see the point. And the thing is, we would have to leave it, because we're now in Platinum, 1 month drops us back to Gold, 2 to Silver, 3 to Bronze, 4 to Rookie. That's quite some time. So, I feel like I might, between now and next stream, have another look at the Therians, the Machines, and the Warriors. I will eventually get the names out that I want to say, in the right order, hopefully. And we might look at the Pendulum Soup pile, because we are kind of getting enough cards for it, so it needs to be looked at. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching. My name's Catmonic, and I guess I'll catch you all on Monday. That's the end of the stream. Have a good one.